Today is a little different kind of Sunday for the North Point family. Let me give you a little background. I think it'll help whether you're a regular part of our online community or if you're someone who joins us in the building on Sunday mornings. I remember the first time that somebody close to me said that they were just exhausted of trying to be a Christian. They were tired of thinking about everything all the time, tired of talking about everything, tired of listening, tired of applying everything in life to their faith. They were tired of studying and comparing and defending, and certainly tired of doubting and tired of checking their own motives about things. Nowadays, with the popularity and accessibility of social media and all the various platforms that we have available, it seems like I am hearing this story more and more and more. People who are weary of praying to the unknown or the unseen, tired of feeling guilty, tired of failing to live up to standards that others seem to be imposing on them. Certainly tired of reading a Bible that often doesn't make any sense, and tired of trying to then make sense of God and religion and all of the things that go along with it. Certainly tired of making excuses for the behaviors of people who call themselves Christians, and then tired of having to forgive people who ought to know better. It just seems like for lots and lots of people, there is this cycle that just keeps going on. And they grow tired of defending the decision to be part of an organization that is often confusing at best and is judgmental and even abusive at its worst. And at the other end of the spectrum, people have grown tired of their friends just walking away from church and then by default walking away from those friendships. And then tired of trying to explain the whole thing to people who want no part of it. Back then, when my friend said that he was just tired of and weary of church, I don't think I fully understood back then what he was really trying to say. But I think I've got a better idea now. You know, as a church body, we didn't meet on Christmas Day Sunday or on New Year's Day Sunday back a couple of months ago. We made that decision. We decided we would give our workers a much needed day off on a weekend to be with their families around the holidays. We gave them those days to fully enjoy being with their families on the holiday weekend. But you know what I got? You know what came back at me? Not so much people in person, but what I got from others. I got beat up for that decision. I got beat up by writers and bloggers and theologians and celebrity preachers and Christian Twitter hogs that are out there writing everything. And you know what they did? They called me a sellout. They questioned my commitment as a pastor, and they said that I had failed my role as a shepherd because I didn't require people to come on those, especially that one sacred day that celebrated the birth of Jesus. They questioned my role as a loving or caring pastor because I didn't tell people, we are going to be in the building. We're going to be in the building on this day. Well, here's what I think. I spent a lot of my early years as a follower of Jesus carrying a big old bag of guilt, carrying it around everywhere that I went. I not only judged myself, and I judged myself harshly, and I worked to prove my worth to God, but I also spent a lot of time judging other people, and sometimes judging them harshly. I often set myself up inadvertently. I don't think I was doing it on purpose, but kind of unknowingly, I set myself up as the measuring stick that others needed to live up to. I considered myself the stronger brother who needed to teach and hold the weaker brothers to higher standards of kingdom living. I did it with my words. I did it with my behavior. I insinuated. I know looking back, it was just there. And I spent years of my life being a Pharisee, being a law keeper, being a rule follower. Even in the midst of serving and leading and teaching and trying my hardest to be the guy that God would say in the end, well done, good and faithful servant. I look back on it in those early years especially, and I have no question I was missing the greatness of grace. I was missing the essence and depth of the life that Jesus died to give me. Early on in my life with Jesus, when I read these words, it's out of Matthew chapter 11, where Jesus says, come to me, all you who are wearied and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. Hard work and guilt and rule keeping seemed to dominate in spite of what I knew to be true. But, by the love and mercy of God, things began to change. And I, like everybody else, I'm just a work in progress. And I'll say this, there is not enough time right here to tell the stories that played a part in changing not just the way that I thought, but my whole life, my whole approach to living as a follower of Jesus came to change. And I guess what I want to say to you is that in the end, I feel like grace and love have won out in me. And I hope that is really true for you. And that's why we can have a day here at North Point that we call Sleep In Sunday, and not feel guilty about it. If you're home regularly watching these online services, if that's part of your regular routine, we're really glad that we can be with you in this way every week. I mean, really glad. There was a time in my life I honestly would have judged you. I would have judged you harshly, probably. But I can be here today on the day of Sleep In Sunday and honestly say that I hope that you are today experiencing the love and grace and mercy of Jesus and finding rest by walking with him daily and living in community with friends and family in your circle in ways that match up with how you live your life. I really wish that for you. But if you live close to our Old Town Louisville neighborhood, and you are able to come and participate with us in person, that's a value to you. I really hope you are enjoying your morning of sleeping in today and not being in the building, because nobody's in the building today, not this morning. But we look forward to seeing you this evening when we all gather together to share in a big family meal with each other at 5 o'clock tonight. We hope you get your day going. We hope you can kind of stop some of your own family events and come and join us for an hour and bring a side dish or a dessert to share and eat some grilled hamburgers and hot dogs and join in with some good singing of praise to God, and we will end together by sharing the Lord's Supper as we do each Sunday. It's going to be a great evening, and I can promise you we will experience it without the burden of guilt. Not at all, because putting on Jesus, it's light. Oh, it is light. And we find rest in him, even rest on Sunday mornings every now and then. And so to all of you, until next time, see ya.